Pinch that a bitch. They did. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Let's go. They go play action here on first down. And that's complete to Brian Quick. And he's brought down. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down Rams. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Well, it's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks.
Man, every time I tried that shit, he kept diving.
They moved the chains.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense. So
I want to say, you got a whole
and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Box where I don't know about the wide receiver.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'm still astounded by the recovery of Todd Gurley from the knee injury at Georgia, the offensive rookie of the year in his first season.
Now over 1,100 yards, and now they drafted the rookie Jared Goff. Kind of see him as their future, but so much of the focus has to be on Gurley this year, doesn't it?
And the future becomes now if Todd Gurley keeps running the football the way that we've seen him run it in the past, because that would make it easier to break in a rookie quarterback.
Red zone opportunity.
In scouting parlance, if you really like a player, they ask if you're going to pound the table for him. Well, when Todd Gurley came out of Georgia, I stood on a table and did back.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Lance Kendricks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Percy?
They'll come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
I can't hear.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Being chased out left.
Yeah, he injured me.
Damn, 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Tannehill. Forced out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The All-Pro from 2015, Aaron Donald, able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And it's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up.
Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. Now this will be picked up inside the 25. And so they will end up with a ball and possession right on the edge of the red zone at the 20. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. No. However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
You said it was a break on your hoop.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Foster alone in the backfield. To throw is Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Now Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Okay. Like high range. Damn, that was late. What's your overall? What's your overall?
On second down, here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah,
this power back is a bitch.
Hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Another carry now for Gurley. He juked him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's how I
and
made
a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
Not right now.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of
Right
speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Chris Culliver with the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on now is the all-pro punter from 2015 out of Oregon State, Johnny Hecker, to kick it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Landry now on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Tannehill on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Going deep here for Landry. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On second and 10, Goff. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third down and 1.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense. It hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a geek.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. first down throw. Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. Whoa! It still won't go down. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football.
Fuck,
No matter what position you play.
What's
If you're
happening
on
so
offense,
fucking fast?
be aware a ball may come your way.
Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. The one running back is Gurley. Goff throwing again. And there's a flag on the play. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Offense.
So that last penalty means that the offense has to deal with a 3rd and 18 coming up here.
Now let's go. Green. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Zerline's kick is good. So we come upon him. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the 3rd quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Going deep here for Parker. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Yeah.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
I know what I'm doing wrong.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers.
It's a habit I have.
All over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one, they were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill.
No, I don't fall. I slow down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him Take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
They come out here in the eye. Again, they run with Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Defense showing blitz. On first down, it's Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple.
That's why I did
because
that.
I think he plays with
That's why I
excellent
did an
leverage.
undrafted.
Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guy trying to block him. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the left.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jelani
Not me, nigga.
Jenkins. Coming hard on the blitz.
You don't
He
have
dumps him
patience,
for a
nigga.
loss of
You want to
8.
have this
And they
nigga
brought
up
the
there.
pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Goff now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it'll be 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Landry. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Is 2 people usually playing up on you?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I mean,
They
from
come
this
out
game
5
right here,
wide, 3 of them to the right
they're
side.
fucking flawless.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position
Bruh.
on him, and he pulls it in.
Who got 2
They're calling a
picks?
gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the 50, it's Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Dolphins have a first down.
It's been at a 60.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner.
Bruh, I'm on a
But where the
2-game
real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep.
Bitch on 12 minutes.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
All
Yeah.
right, here we go.
And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Hey, so who you got drafted
They've
to?
got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground.
Or
That's
did you
what they're doing.
choose who you wanted to go
Smart
to?
football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see
How you do it,
more
though?
people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Oh, okay.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
You chose it?
They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the
Did you do the fantasy draft?
Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Oh, yeah. I did that, too. I actually.
Tannehill on 1st down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. To throw is Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his 2nd punt, and remember, his 1st one was blocked.
That wasn't me. That was a lazy dumbass.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, That's a tough one to swallow.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Going back to Landry. This time he's got it complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Tannehill throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Yeah,
He was trying to get it to Jay and Jai there out of the backfield. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. You got the linemen that have to move. You got the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. Of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And Gurley having a big day, and they're winning. That's a big reason why. 2012, his freshman year at Georgia, first game he was a backup. He came off the bench, 100 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 100-yard kick return. He started every game in his career since.
And he should have, because he is one of the most dynamic.
I'll be right back.
What? What do you say? Tell him to go suck a dick. Oh no, he. Oh shit, what's that nigga? Damn, no, he on my friends list.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Dolphins coming in at 6-4, going up against the 49ers, who come in at 5-3. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Tannehill. This one caught, Jordan Cameron. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. His tight end Jordan Cameron the intended target. And that'll lead here to a third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. DeForest Buckner, the first-round pick from Oregon. In there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there.
This nigga fumbled 3 times.
He had to keep backing
What
up
the
and backing
fuck?
up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Give him 18 yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, Gabbard. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
2nd down now after the incompletion. A 2nd down throw now for Gabbard. Surveying the field. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Off play action to Hyde. Here's Gabbard. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense out.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 40. Past the 20. And he brings this all the way back. So forget 7-0. It's 6-2. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Gabbert. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again, Gabbert on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Quentin Patton that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Gabbert. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Gabbert again. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be 1st and goal. Win 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Here's Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Encroachment. Defense. Still second down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take them home. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Gabbard. And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown 49ers. Torrey Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down after a good gain. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's 1st down Miami. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to a running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And that is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, That's why he was able to bat it away.
So now on 4th down, on trots the Dolphins field goal unit and Andrew Franks. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Yeah.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Gabbert now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it'll be 3rd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, balls out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He was trying to get it into his tight end Cameron that time, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it into his tight end Cameron that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
It's complete to Grant. Room here to run. A big play there for the Dolphins. 34 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now it's Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating the... And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get this...
And he's not able to get away. Gabbert sacked. The Dolphins' new signee from Buffalo, Mario Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up.
And got his man complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Tannehill on 1st down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that's good for a Miami 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Tannehill. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And that will be incomplete as well. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. And Frank's kick is good. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw, Gabbert, completing it to the right side, Johnson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. 3rd down and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins' defense. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of, great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run it again with Hyde. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's not able to get away. Gabbert sacked. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The former Bill, Mario Williams, on the stop. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Gabbert. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down, a run with Hyde. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
On second down, Hyde. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now then, it's a big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Hyde. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Gabbert to throw for it on fourth. Out to the flat for Hyde. 6 yards on the pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. A gutsy decision there, going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let them...
This is how you know these little Asian masks are not made for black people. My lips don't even fit in here. My lips are too big. Well, I know this might be strange, but let me know I never would have listened to you.
You have a big decision to make about one of your players. everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here's Justin Forsett, his first carry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They stay on the ground. Forsett again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And the D looking like they may blitz. First down. This is Forsett. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now a run with Forsett. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big pickup there on the run. 30 yards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Second down here after the incomplete pass. On second down, Flacco to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
To pass, Flacco finding time, and there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense. Penalty is declined.
So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
I was a running back, right now I'm a fullback. I don't know.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free. If you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They set up the screen to a J. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Cameron, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Penalty marker is down here. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Holding offense.
So a costly penalty marker, and it's now 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill steps away. And this is going to be incomplete. Cameron again the target, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Look at the spin. A strong running. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Dolphins defense, they get set to go here. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously it could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive?
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Leonte Carew, his 1st NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Dolphins are in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense and said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Play fake to force it. Now Flacco. He's got time. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And that'll make it 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver, and on that play, it was batted down.
Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do. It was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, here's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And the offense lining up first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Defense.
First down, Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And Aiken with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. The first half for them pretty good, but they're losing, so I guess a small margin for error right now.
Small margin, and now they're probably looking at it as if they need to pick up their offense a little bit. If we just keep holding them to this type of a total, we keep our offense in the game. They get a chance to rev up and give us a chance to win.
They'll try to set the tone here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Canty in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Back to the ground on first. Again for Sam. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down for Seth. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Cuts back left sideline. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. And he's able to put it through. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
What you looking like, Jake?
And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll begin the drive with a J. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They run again with a Ajayi. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. And now a first down following that long gain. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now. Charles, what do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if this is a game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
And now and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He looked And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
They're going to score, so you just say down.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to tie things up in the final minute.
Manziel.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
And out come the Dolphins now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Tannehill now to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. 380. Now it's Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. Now Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
What you want?
And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So now this game, and now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this game hinges on the right leg of Andrew Franks. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. And just a heck of a final drive that you and I just got to witness.
Nope, it's making me retire.
Damn.
What if somebody return their game after that? It's like, all right, well, I didn't make it. Oh, there it goes.
Let's make a trade.
Fuck you. Half-dead motherfucker. My nigga, I got to straight retire, bro.
It's okay.
We're all 60s. Congratulations. Live congratulations to college players. Made it to the NFL roster as a call for. But to do so as an undrafted player is something to be proud of. No one gave you a chance, but you proved you. Not many people can say they played 1 year in the league with their head high. Bitch, I ain't play.
Damn.
I got the boot before I could even get a boot on. I could probably sell this going to make this shit crazy, bro. Bro, Richard Sherman is on the chart. The Chargers are 82. And not going to the Chargers, they got another market. That nigga Odell played for the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? What's how the snow is on here? Oh, damn, it ain't no snow? How, sweet?
I'm about to go to San Francisco. I might fuck around, be a 49er, bro.
You gonna be a 49
Like Cam
now?
Newton.
Oh, Cam. What that defense looking like, though? Uh-uh.
Just so you know, man, I think that 79, I mean, it's a big goal. Some people think I'm cold.
Oh, fuck. What you gonna do?
The one you just got?
Damn.
Ain't that a bitch? I ain't get shit out of this little girl. All I needed was a Odell. Bro, Russell Wilson went to the Saints. Trying to get me some shit out of it. That's all. He's got a 93 offense. They got Jarvis in there. Birdman. Cleveland Browns on 80 overall.
What'd you think? Oh, I got a choice. Oh, you bitch.
You bitch, you. Damn, bro. I can't.
Well, damn. Shit. Oh, okay. Why did I,
Hello, everyone.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. They go play action here on first down. And, right away, he lost the football. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it third.
let's go. He just got a block field goal.
Tannehill now to throw. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
What did you say?
380. They snap it to Tannehill, and this is incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And tough starting field position here.
Here we go. 319.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually use their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for an Arizona first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Second down following the incompletion.
Whoa!
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot. Right exactly where you're running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, That's winning football.
Landry now on the return. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got the second-year man. This is Devontae Parker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And here's the all-rookie punter from 2015, Matt Darr, on now to punt it away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona.
You're lying.
On the return is Peterson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Barkley. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hey, Quay, what you get in your propane?
Still 1st down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
You hear something?
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he over shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it into his tight end Cameron that time, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Here's Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying. But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket. But that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Barkley. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's Drew Butler now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now Landry. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to air one out. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker.
Thank you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And over the middle, this is Parker. A good pick up there at 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Wait, bitch.
To the air again, Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Barkley. And this is caught by Fells, right side. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know, from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down, you gave up a touchdown, you can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. Devontae Parker unable to hang on, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
throwing on third down, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
In order to get better, you can never stop coaching these guys. And Ryan Tannehill, one of the issues he's had in the league is he coughs up the ball a little bit as a quarterback.
Yeah, he hasn't been the worst, but the first 4 years he was in the league, he went 9-9-10-10 on fumbles.
So there's definitely cause for some concern, and they want to keep emphasizing protecting the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And he'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And now look at him go. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 72 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You two up there, that shit.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Here's Barkley. Dumping it off for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Cards are going to have a first down.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. His throw incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now a first down throw, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's first down, Miami.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that's good for a Miami first down. Tannehill on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Pro Bowler, Calais Campbell, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, and he's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out here in the eye. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He gets it to Brown, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah, hook it.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Ooh, with a juke. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
Here's Barkley. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, it's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it into his tight end Cameron that time, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Tannehill now to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's Peterson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now Barkley surveying the field. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job.
David Johnson on his way. 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Landry. Jarvis Landry, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards. So quite the turnaround in this one from a week ago. And in the meetings, I made a faux pas of asking, hey, did he tweak something last week? Because we thought he just didn't look the same, but he's fine.
And I was so glad you asked that question. I mean, you had to take the brunt of the whole thing, and, of course, I sold you out on it. But
took one for the team.
You knew I was there with you, right? It was a legitimate question, though, because last week, we didn't see what we're seeing today. The quickness to the hole, the ability to make cuts, the good vision. We didn't see any of that. He seemed a little bit sluggish in last week's game. Not so this week. Whatever the preparation was, it's working for him.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And there's a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Arian Foster out of the backfield. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come up in an offset eye. Tannehill out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. His tight end Cameron couldn't hang on. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Backing up. And that's incomplete. They were looking that time for Leonte Carew. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And as these numbers show, last week, great game. This week, not the case.
And sometimes it's not just as simple as throwing the football. It's the rhythm of the game, managing it, being in sync with your teammates. Last week, everything was coming together really well. We're not seeing that so far in this one.
No, unfortunately, not at all for him. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tannehill on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just... And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Here's Barkley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So now here come the Dolphins. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One of the newer Cardinals picked up from New England, Chandler Jones. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now it's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Tannehill. A as he throws there, incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So 4 quarters, and here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill dancing to his left. And an alley to run. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Now it's Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Dolphins are going to get a 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Penalty marker is down here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Holding. Defense.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So it took us overtime, finally got a winner. What a treat, what a game.
They gave us everything we were looking for. A terrific game, some extra drama, and then it ended dramatically in a big overtime win.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.
Blues. Just deuce. Deuce. Deuce.